I was really just feeling down on myself and just really disappointed with myself because I felt like I didn't know who I was and I anymore. I was just always in a constant argument mode and like fight or flight response, and I ended up getting burned out. And then I took time off, and it didn't really help because I wasn't really addressing, what got me there. And there's something for being pushed to, out of comfort zone and like getting up early and like setting your intention and getting a good habit and routine. But for some of us who have been doing it for so many years, I think you lose track of there's a difference between achieving your goals and then burning out. Seeing myself as somebody who I love and respect, and it's really hard to say it like that, but it's like, yeah, you wouldn't do that to somebody you love and respect. You wouldn't do that to your husband. You wouldn't do that to your kid or your mom. So why are you doing it to yourself? Why are you being so mean? Like, the things that I'm learning with you don't just apply to like, eating or exercising. They apply to everything. Like, we've been talking about work, but it affects, so much part of who I am when I make time for myself, when I calm myself down, when I deal with my emotions, when I realize the emotions that made me overeat, are the things that maybe I should address first instead of just going on another random diet. So I was almost looking for somebody to like beat my ass, if that makes sense. Like, I just wanted somebody to be like, oh, Dulce, faster, move faster, harder. Like, interacting with other coaches, that had been the case. And so I just thought, you know, that's it. You need a coach to just tell you, do 20 push-ups and then give me 50 more. And as we started talking, I found it a little bit interesting that you wanted to know, like, okay, but what does your routine look like? I thought, okay, maybe she just wants to know when I'm going to work out, or, how many workouts I'm getting in the day, or how active I am. I never thought it was like more a comprehensive, like, like what does your life look like, and what are your goals, and how are you working on your whole self to get to all your goals. Stop trying to control everything, because I think that was part of the issue, that I was just like, I just need one more thing to add to my to-do list, and I need to be able to check it off 100% and like do it a certain way, and then I'm going to feel good about myself.
How did you feel when I told you that I was not going to give you a workout plan?
I was kind of thrown off, and I was like, this is so unfair. Like, when am I going to lose the weight? When am I going to be like, faster and fitter and better? And then you were just kind of a mirror, like holding up all the bullshit, right? That I've been telling myself, and just saying, listen, what got you to this situation is that you keep having this mentality of like punishment almost, or like shame and guilt about not doing enough. And instead you're gonna just do, taking care of yourself and getting yourself back to a good space, so that you don't end up in this situation again where you're burned out and you're just like, uh, obsessive about getting a box to fill in or color inside the lines. And I think that's what I really needed to hear. Just like, stop, like, take a deep breath. And, if you couldn't get a run in, then what are you going to do about it? Are you going to have a meltdown because then, you couldn't get your run and now your whole day is ruined? Or you're going to be like, well, I'll try, maybe I needed to sleep in. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow, or maybe I'll do some stretching and call it a day. And then maybe watch what I eat, just be more, it all sounds like common sense, but it's really hard to get it in practice. Until you start catching yourself, by somebody else holding the mirror up to your BS. I was really just feeling down on myself and just really disappointed with myself, because I felt like I didn't know who I was anymore. I was just always in a constant argument mode and like fight or flight response, and I ended up getting burned out. And then I took time off, and it didn't really help because I wasn't really addressing, what got me there. And now I can see what got me there. I can see the patterns that I tend to do. Like, I just, instead of self-soothing and instead of taking care of myself and slowing down, I was just like, how can I crank up the heat? How can I go faster and escape almost? I feel like sometimes when you're exercising a lot, it can also become, an obsessiveness, like, about, I need to get this many miles or else. And what's going to happen if you don't get them? Like, the world's not going to end. seeing myself as somebody who I love and respect, and it's really hard to say it like that, but it's like, yeah, you wouldn't do that to somebody you love and respect. You wouldn't do that to your husband. You wouldn't do that to your kid or your mom. So why are you doing it to yourself? Why are you being so mean? Like, just, she needs a break. Like, and I started thinking about almost like little Dulce, like, hey, Dulce, you want to go for a run? Does that sound fun? Or do you want to sleep in? And there's something for being pushed to, out of comfort zone and like getting up early and like setting your intention and getting a good habit and routine. But for some of us who have been doing it for so many years, I think you lose track of there's a difference between achieving your goals and then burning out. Just finding deep appreciation for who I am, because I was feeling disappointed in myself that I wasn't getting to the next level. And the way you framed it was like, you don't have to do more to level up. You just have to maybe take a look and take things off your plate or reassess your priorities. Why are you doing the things you're doing, and stop shaming yourself for it. And I think that's my biggest win, because now I protect my time a little more. Like, if people say, oh, do you want to do this, I would have been like, well, I guess I have a little time, I should probably help. And I'm like, no, I don't feel like doing that. I really should be resting, or I don't want to do that. I just don't know what I'm doing that day. It sounds good to have just 2 hours to myself. I don't need to fill my calendar to feel like I'm a good human being. That I know I can ask for help, and that I have appreciation for who I am, and I'm a work in progress, just like we all are. Like, I don't need to be this 100% whatever perfection, because it doesn't exist.